A lot of engines don't die from bad luck. They die from one wrong bottle of oil. And the scary part? Some of the worst oils are still sitting on store shelves, looking totally normal. Today, I'm going to show you 7 engine oils to avoid, the high-mileage safe trap that can quietly hurt modern engines, and we'll bust 5 oil myths even smart drivers believe. And stay with me, because at the end, I'll show you a 10-second label check that prevents a $3,000 mistake most mechanics won't warn you about. Quick challenge. Pause right now and look at your oil cap. It usually shows the exact oil your engine wants, like 0W20, 5W30, 0W16. Drop what yours says in the comments. I'm curious how many people are running the right grade. All right, let's get into the first culprit, because it's the most common one. Culprit number 1, the wrong viscosity. Oil is not one size fits all. If it's too thick, it moves slow, especially on cold starts, so your engine spends extra time running with weak lubrication. If it's too thin, it can struggle under hot and pressure, especially in harder driving situations. That's when protection drops and wear goes up. Here's the big deal. Modern engines, especially turbo and tight tolerance engines, need oil that flows fast through tiny passages. So if you're pouring something heavy like 20W50 into an engine designed for 0W20, you're not adding protection. You're risking rough idling, sluggish acceleration, hotter operating temps, variable valve timing issues, clogged oil passages, and in worst cases, bearing damage. And once you're in that territory, repairs can jump into the thousands fast. Micro-tease. In a minute, I'll show you the label trick that makes viscosity mistakes almost impossible. But first, this next one is where people think they're being smart and accidentally torch a $3,000 part. Culprit number 2, diesel oil in a gasoline engine without compatibility. Yes, diesel oils can have strong additive packages. That's why some people say it's tougher, it protects better. But here's what they don't tell you. Many gasoline cars, especially modern ones, depend on the emission system staying healthy, and certain diesel oils can be rough on that system. One of the most expensive victims? The catalytic converter. And when that gets damaged, you're not looking at a cute little bill. You can be looking at up to a few $1,000s depending on the vehicle. So, unless your owner's manual specifically allows it, don't play chemistry experiments with your engine. And yes, this ties directly into the certified oil trap at the end. Don't skip it. Now, let's talk about the oil that people buy because they want to take care of their car, and it backfires. Culprit number 3, high-mileage oil in a low-mileage engine. High-mileage oil is designed for older, worn engines. It often contains seal conditioners meant to help aging seals and slow leaks. Sounds helpful until you use it too early. In some engines, those conditioners can change seal behavior in ways you don't need, especially when the engine is still healthy. And if seals or gaskets start acting up, repairs can get expensive quickly. Simple rule: if your car is still relatively fresh and not leaking, don't pre-treat it like it's a 20-year-old taxi. Pattern break. If your car is under 75,000 miles, don't guess. Use what your manual recommends. Now we're going to hit a sneaky one. Oils that look legit, but are basically stuck in the past. Culprit number 4, outdated API service ratings, SJ and older, or old tech oils. Culprit number 4 is outdated API service ratings. This is where people get fooled by the shelf. If the bottle is labeled with really old gasoline specs, think API SJ or older, that's old technology. Modern engines need stronger protection for deposits, wear, and heat. For most gasoline cars, you want an oil that meets modern API categories, like SN or SP depending on your car. And here's the important part. Newer categories are generally designed to be backward compatible for older engines that asked for earlier specs. Micro-tease. In a moment, I'll show you exactly where to find the API donut and what to look for, because the front label can be misleading. Before that, let's talk about a product that should honestly be sold with a museum ticket.
Culprit number 5, non-detergent oil, the sludge inviter. This is old school oil meant for old school engines, back when engines didn't rely on modern additive packages the way they do now. Non-detergent means exactly what it sounds like. It doesn't clean. So in a modern engine, it can accelerate sludge and buildup, and that can block passages you can't even see. Cleaning sludge is bad enough, but if oil flow gets restricted, that's where real damage happens. Unless you're maintaining vintage equipment that specifically calls for it, keep this oil far away from modern cars. Quick recap. So far, the biggest dangers are wrong viscosity, diesel oil experiments, high mileage too early, outdated specs, and non-detergent sludge risk. Now the next two are about fake confidence, oils that are cheap because they skip the part that matters. Culprit number 6, re-refined oil without legit certification. Re-refining can be great when it's done right. The problem is the done right part. If it's not properly processed and certified, you risk oil that breaks down faster, lacks the additive package your engine needs, or contains contaminants that act like microscopic sandpaper. So if it doesn't show legit certification marks, don't gamble just because it's cheap, because the math is always ugly. Saving a few dollars on oil can turn into a 4-figure repair real fast. Now the last culprit is the one people hate hearing because it's tempting. Culprit number 7, unbranded mystery oils, mechanical roulette. If you don't recognize the brand and it doesn't clearly show the right certification marks, you're basically pouring unknown chemistry into a machine that costs thousands. No verified additive package, no consistent base oil quality, no confidence it was blended properly. If it looks sketchy, it usually is. All right, avoid those 7 oils and you'll already be ahead of most drivers. But now we need to kill the myths that keep engines dying quietly. 5 oil myths. Myth 1, oil additives always help. Modern oils already come with a carefully balanced additive package. Throwing random chemicals in can mess with viscosity and protection. If your engine needs help, the fix usually isn't a magic bottle. It's the right oil and the right interval. Myth number 2, only the manufacturer's oil works. It's not about the logo, it's about the spec. As long as the oil meets the requirements your manual calls for, API, ILSAC, OEM spec, you're fine. Myth number 3, milky or foamy oil isn't always a big deal. Nope, milky or foamy oil can signal contamination, coolant, or water mixing where it shouldn't. That's a don't ignore it moment. Myth number 4, synthetic causes leaks. Synthetic doesn't magically create leaks. If leaks show up after switching, the seals were already weak. Synthetic just flows better and exposes it. Myth number 5, you can switch oil types. You can switch between conventional, synthetic, and blends as long as you follow the correct spec for your engine. Now, how do you know you've been using the wrong oil? Your engine usually tells you. The rescue plan. Symptoms. If your oil doesn't match your engine's needs, it won't stay quiet. Red flags: increased engine noise, rough idle or hesitation, worse fuel economy, hotter running temps. Check engine light. Don't ignore it. So, here's the fix. Simple, fast, and foolproof. How to choose the right oil. 10-second check and certified trap payoff. Step 1. Check the oil cap. It often shows the viscosity your engine wants. Fastest check. Step 2. Confirm in the owner's manual. The manual gives you viscosity and required spec. Step 3. Do the 10-second label check. This is the save your wallet move. Look for the API donut, that's the licensing mark for many oils, and often the ILSAC starburst on passenger car oils. Here's the trap. Some bottles use vague wording like meets requirements without clearly showing real licensing marks. That's where people get burned, because the front label can look convincing. And now we bring it back to the $3,000 mistake. Using the wrong oil or a questionable, almost certified product can contribute to issues that hit expensive systems, especially emissions components depending on the car. Step 4. Buy from reputable sellers. Counterfeits and sketchy supply chains are real. If the deal feels too good, your engine usually pays for it later. So,
Avoid the 7 culprits, ignore the myths, and do the cap and label check before you buy. That alone prevents most oil-related disasters. If you've ever accidentally used the wrong oil, comment what happened. No judgment, it happens. And if you want to protect your engine even more, watch 17 costly oil change mistakes that ruin your engine. That one saves people thousands.